Everything's getting documented all the time. I don't know if that's good. It's not.
Hello, we are My Two Toms.
In the summer of 2007, we toured the Midwest of America with our good friend Charlie Parr.
We met Charlie about 4 years earlier, when he first played Bristol, and whenever he's in town, we've always supported him.
At some point, he asked us if we'd like to tour America with him, and eventually, flights were booked and we were heading off to Minnesota on our first gig in St. Paul.
Charlie is constantly crisscrossing America and has built up a network of friends and contacts who can put on shows. Some of this tour, however, was arranged by Charlie's booking agent, Craig.
Craig had once sent Charlie hundreds of miles to play a house party for a slice of pizza.
We were excited about the shows Charlie had booked, but approached the dates Craig had organised with trepidation.
Cool. Thanks, Craig. Bye.
Accompanying us on this adventure was Natalie, who helped with merchandise and filming.
The four of us travelled thousands of miles, played in 5 different states, and for the next 2.5 weeks, Charlie's van was our home.
Having not slept on the plane, a somewhat late Craig picked us up and drove us to our first show in Mears Park, St. Paul.
We met up with Charlie, who had procured us a banjo and a guitar, and made a new friend, Edward.
My bird, she starts bitching. She's like, oh, what? And I'm like, don't say anything. I have balls, you don't. And then we get outside and there are like thousands of skins. I'm not exaggerating. And thousands of mods.
Edward seemed to be having flashbacks of his time in London.
One comes up to me and says, "Hey, mate, are you looking at me?" And I said, no. And he said, why not? Bam, I broke my nose. And then she screamed. She's like, we gotta go. Jeez. Oh, here. Go ahead, take a picture of some bobbies.
We climbed into Charlie's van after playing a sleepy show, and the next day...
Where to next? Omaha.
It was a fairly long drive to Omaha,
and the venue, the Saddle Creek Bar and Drive-Thru Liquor Store, was unwelcoming.
This was our first Craig show, and Charlie wasn't optimistic.
Neither were we.
The bar owner was a loudmouth who lied and said he'd booked us with a local band to pull in the crowd.
The local band, Action Figure, were actually from Kansas.
Action Figure toasted all of us and the future of music with a shot of Jägermeister.
They played half a song before we snuck out.
The next day we left for Kirksville. We drove through Amish country and into Missouri.
Everything about Kirksville was nice, especially in comparison to Omaha, and it reminded me of the town in Back to the Future. Natalie bought a beautiful 1950s bike.
It came along with us throughout the whole tour, and we managed to take it back on the plane, despite it being too big and too heavy.
The next day, we drove to Lawrence, Kansas, like Kirksville, a college town.
We arrived early and enjoyed some recreational shopping, buying records, second-hand clothes, and a ukulele.
At the venue, we fixed a banjo with paper and a beer can. We played as the sun set.
And we enjoyed the way people abandoned themselves to the dance. It was very hot. I asked for a lager and got a bottle of Harp.
It was a long drive from Kansas up into the woods of northern Wisconsin. We were booked to play a bluegrass festival with our own log cabin. The place was called Manitowish Waters and sounded magical.
It wasn't. It was something else.